What's going on, everybody? This is Jeff with Altcoin Buzz. Today we're going to look at news from around the world of cryptocurrencies, and we're seeing another all-time high in the market cap as we're approaching 600 billion, marching our way towards $1 trillion market capitalization. Bitcoin dominance sitting at 56%, which is really an awesome balance in terms of where we've been. So things are pretty healthy, it appears, between the altcoins and the bitcoins, or Bitcoin, as we were calling it yesterday, Big Papa. Bitcoin is also known as, Big Mama to some of you. Anyway, if this goes below 50%, you're going to see a lot of action in some of your altcoin positions. But overall, we're really sitting strong. Bitcoin pulling up on 19,000, marching towards 20,000. 20,000 is going to be a big mark, and you will notice once we hit 20,000, there will more than likely be another price injection because of the hype, which leads me to my first point that I want to make here. We are living in a hype frenzy here. There is a lot of hype behind these coins that is not justifying the tech. So in a way, this is where you get the idea that we're potentially, or kind of sort of in a bubble, at least in the old paradigms, system. And this is where that .com bubble idea comes about. Because if you had a website and it had a name, let's just say you called it pets.com. If you had a website called pets.com, people were investing in you, not necessarily because your tech was awesome and your team was diligently working and focused, but because you had an awesome idea to call your website pets.com. So once everything was exposed and it was like it got down to brass tacks and more about what are you really doing, the only ones who really survived something like that were like the Microsofts, the Apples, the Amazon.com, because it was more of a .com era, really, more than anything. So not many of those companies stuck around. Amazon's one of the ones that really is still around today, but we're looking for like the next Amazon. But most of these, cryptocurrencies won't be around. So they're really just hype. I'm looking at some of these cryptocurrencies, even ones that I invest in. I'm aware that I'm investing in them more for the hype than I am for anything else, because there's no real proven substance behind almost many of these projects. Even Iota, for example, it's a great project and everything, but I still haven't seen anything really too tangible. Maybe like Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum are the ones. Let's just put it like this: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, and Litecoin. Those four right there are the ones who really have something in place. Okay, Dash also. I'd say Monero also. But the rest of these, we're all just kind of hyping into them. And I know that you'll be like, well, Jeff, why are you giving us hype coins? I'm not really giving you hype coins. There's money to be made there, but we're really buying into the hype, and we have to be honest with ourselves and not be in denial about that. I think all of us are guilty of that if we're not buying out of the big four. Sure, there's a couple others in there. Like I said, Dash, there's Monero. There's BitConnect has something going. They actually have something going on. Zcash has something. Liska's getting closer and closer. Neo's getting closer and closer. This Monacoin has something. But Steam has a tangible product, so you can consider them to be fairly viable. Verge, they're doing some stuff here. Salt, what I mean by that is, like Salt, if you buy Salt right now, you're just buying on the pipe dream that they'll achieve something that's going to be fantastic, and it'll be the lending platform that we all hope it to be. But right now, they haven't even, have they even started lending to anyone yet? Have they even launched their platform? That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Like Binance Coin, they're actually obviously an exchange, so that would be a good buy right there. Einsteinium, they're just a nonprofit looking to raise money for projects and stuff like that. But have they actually given money to projects, and what projects have they funded? Now, it's not their fault. It's just the fact that we're in a waiting game, and right now all we're doing is investing in the hype with most of these. Even Cardano, how many businesses, or how many ICOs have been built on Cardano so far, but Cardano's soaring, and I'm on the hype train with Cardano. But does that mean that they've actually done anything that justifies the hype? Well, probably not. And that's, let's just be real, okay? No sense in denying that. I mean, if if the hype's going to be there, there better be some substance behind it, right? Okay, so next thing I'm going to talk about is what the deal is with this Safex. So yes, I did make that video about Safex, and I genuinely believe that Safex is going to be a great, just an awesome cryptocurrency, But then again, it's a hype coin, really, because they don't have their exchange yet. They're looking to be the Alibaba on the blockchain, but it's not built yet, so it is hype. But that's why I hold a lot, because because we're in a hype market, and if some of this hype pulls off, you could be looking at the next Amazon if you're patient. But it really comes down to if you're patient, and patience is the key word here, because the reason that there's been a problem with Safex is not because there's some scam by John McAfee or myself or anyone at Safex. It's honestly, take a look at what happened, guys. So here it is. It says, so this is why Safex is getting delisted from Cryptopia. So if we pull it up, so basically this admin here, trapping your coins, blame Omni. They updated the wallet. So people who have Safex, they had it on Bittrex. They were trying to move it to the next best option, which was Cryptopia. And it was taking a long time for the coins to get to Cryptopia. So people in the Safex community were accusing Cryptopia of trapping their coins, and that had something to do with Omni. And these very relentless, impatient people in the Safex community making these accusations towards Cryptopia eventually upset this admin so much. See, he was being patient. He said, when it's finished sinking, I don't know, 12 days, probably less. So people were like, what is going on? Why is it going to take 12 days? And then he got irate. He's like, we don't own the effing code. It's Omni. Follow them for warnings. That's it. I'm done. Safex can go. Well done, guys. You had to keep poking the bear. What he's saying is, so they kept hounding him. They kept complaining about how long it was going to take for the coins to get over to Cryptopia, because people wanted to day trade. They wanted to day trade their positions. Cryptopia was done with dealing with the people in the Safex community, and he decided to ban Safex or delist Safex. And they said, that's BS. How can you do that? And so here it is. He posted that warning, and then basically they kept coming at him, this Cryptopia developer, and they said, there's like no way you can delist a coin. He said, yep, I have the authority to do just that, basically is what he's saying. This is an exchange. He speaks horrendous English, right? He doesn't speak correctly right here. This is an exchange calls out community on this BS. We are making Cryptopia great again. Crypto great again. Okay. Yeah. And then he says, we have 9 Omni assets list. Safex is the only one opening 1,000 of support tickets calling us thieves and scammers, so reap what you sow. So he's basically saying, and then people are still coming at him, they're still attacking him, they're still poking the bear, as he said. And then what ends up happening is they follow through with it, because, like he said, thousands of tickets were opened on their exchange, basically overflowing their exchange with complaints, and people from the Safex community who wanted to day trade and take their profit from when it went up, and because they were not able to keep up with all of the requests on that, and it was not even their concern because it was an Omni issue. There was an issue with Omni, and basically they said, you know what, forget this. Let's just remove this coin because these guys in this community are too aggressive. But at the end of the day, I would say at Cryptopia, this is how people are. If you can't deal with it with one coin, what are you going to do with the other coins? But to you, the community, like, guys, you're going to have to be a little bit more patient, because you can't just expect everyone to just be at your beck and call. And this is why most of it this is partly in part a part of the video that I made yesterday, where I was kind of, I guess some of you took it as like a reprimand, but it was because I also sensed that a lot of you are really impatient, and I saw that as a concern. And it's not that I'm trying to like say, hey guys, stop being excited, or I'm just saying be more mature. Like y'all don't just start doing all these crazy things, because that's not cool, you know? Like imagine if you work at McDonald's and all of a sudden thousands of people come up to your cashier's desk because they're from Texas and you live in Oklahoma, and you're like, man, what's up with all these Texans coming in here, man? They're overflowing our joint here, and then they start yelling at you because you can't keep up with their demands. You know, like, wow, okay, we didn't expect 1,000 people coming in here all at once from Texas. You know, so that's basically what it is. So here it is. Richard, he wrote this, safexnews.net. Dear Cryptopia, I think it's safe to say that it's been a wild few days for both the Cryptopia staff and the Safex community. We'd first like to take the opportunity to thank you for reviewing immediate position on the situation and not delisting it right away. It shows that you are reasonable people and open to an adult conversation regarding the current situation. Understandably, the actions, comments, and accusations made by some of the Safex community towards Cryptopia has left a poor impression on the Safex community in your minds. So you guys can come on here, safexnews.net, open letter, Cryptopia Safex community. So now here's a petition to Cryptopia about to let them you can sign this if you want. It's petitions, ipetitions.com, Safex community to Cryptopia. I'll put a link in the comments below. But this is basically a petition to Cryptopia to reconsider the delisting. So it's not a scam, guys. What it is, it's a reflection of how us as cryptocurrency investors expect these exchanges and everyone to just be at our beck and call so that we can day trade and do whatever the heck we want and have everyone wait on us hand and foot. And yes, you're going to say, well, this is why I pay fees, this and that. But guess what? The thing only moves so quick. You can't it's like trying to get oil from a water spout. It's just not going to happen. So quit trying to get oil from a water spout. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you're poking the bear, as that guy would say. If you don't know what the term poke the bear means, it's like when the bear is sleeping, don't poke it and get it pissed off so it comes back to you and attacks you. You can't poke the bear, guys. And so you guys can sign right here. A lot of people are apologizing on behalf of the Safex community. No, there's not some conspiracy against you. And this goes back to that whole thing where, yes, people are like thinking that they're confused. They're thinking that Safex was a conspiracy by John McAfee and that to freeze the funds. And these are the accusations. And I know on YouTube, you guys watch a lot of conspiracy theories, and some of you watch conspiracy theories in crypto only. Not all of you. I mean, I know a lot of you do other things, but I'm pretty sure some of you guys go from conspiracy to crypto back and forth. And so everything's either a conspiracy or a crypto hype, right? Anyways, not a big deal, guys, but it is kind of a big deal because all our Safex funds are in there. And if you didn't do anything, you didn't do anything. If you weren't the ones writing, complaining to Cryptopia, you don't have anything to be guilty for. But it's just showing you guys how the community of cryptocurrency can respond to things inappropriately, the need for patience, the importance of patience, and not being so quick to just throw out accusations. Oh, this is a scam, this and that's a scam. Could there be scams out there? Absolutely. But, when they come up, you have to be patient, not be an emotional person about it. Use your brain before your emotions, okay? So think, wait. Don't just jump into it with an emotional reaction like, this is a scam, blah, 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 and then start attacking admins and this and that, because it's like, what do they say? You're innocent until proven guilty. So that's usually, that's called due process. So anyways, guys, let's move forward here. Enough about the Safex stuff. Now, clear and loud, parity to drop first bid for frozen ether fix. So there's some frozen ether out there, and they're looking to get that ether unfrozen. Just part of the thing that's going on with the bugs in the ether community. You can come on here to CoinDesk and check the news, coindesk.com. Here's cointelegraph.com. Iota drops 15% following clarification of Microsoft misunderstanding. People obviously who invested in Iota, they're like, oh, was this what was this, pump and dump, this and that. But in reality, it's a misunderstanding. It's not a scam, blah blah blah. But Iota has dropped because of this misunderstanding. It's not the end of the world. It's not a big deal. It doesn't mean the Iota tech is going away. They've still got a lot of work to do and a lot to prove. But at the end of the day, whenever something's on a dip and down a little bit is the time to buy. Iota sitting at 353 is a whole lot better than buying at 518. When it was at 518, that was probably not the time to buy, but sitting at 353, it's probably time to consider looking at Iota and adding that to your portfolio if you have not already. Cardano, last night I talked about it being at around about, 22 cents, sitting here now at 35 cents. I don't remember the exact number. It was either 22 cents or 26 cents. Obviously, there's a big difference in that when you're dealing with penny coin like that. But either way, it's still up, 65% in the last 24 hours. So that's pretty cool. It was pretty obvious that Cardano was going up, and it looks like it's going to continue to go up. But at the end of the day, Cardano has a lot of room to grow into this. But they still have a lot of work to do on their own on the tech before I start getting too excited about calling them the Ethereum killer or taking Ethereum spot. But Ethereum has a lot of bugs that they got to iron out, and that's what's kind of halting Ethereum from really taking it to the next level, because here's what it is. They scale really quickly, and they're an industry leader, and because they're a pioneer, of course, there's going to be bugs and stuff that they're going to discover that cannot handle that load, and that's what it is, guys. They will get it figured out. Anyways, why I would bet against Bitcoin. Of course, Forbes.com coming in here to say what they say. You can come on here and read this interesting article. Forbes.com, just search in the search bar the title of this. And it's just interesting to hear people who have their opinions, and never hurts to hear the other side. Bloomberg adds Ethereum, Litecoin, and Ripple to its terminal. See these three right here. This just further legitimizes these three as solid investments. You might not get the 3 to 5 to 10 times gains that you would get in some of these altcoin plays, but these are solid investments. For those of you who are conservative, these are solid investments right here. Ethereum, Litecoin, and Ripple. The other stuff is a lot of hype, and we still don't have much tangible products, but these guys will probably, all three of these will more than likely stand the sands of time no matter what happens. Ethereum's not going anywhere, Litecoin's not going anywhere, and Ripple's not going anywhere. Now, I'm not going to go out on a limb and make a claim like John McAfee, where he'll eat his own anatomy if Bitcoin doesn't hit, what was it, $1 million or something like that by 2020? That was interesting. John McAfee's funny. Yeah, but I wouldn't make that claim because... Yeah, but no, I would say it's more than 90% likely that all three of these will be in it. When some of these other cryptocurrencies fall off the wagon and go away, these three will still be around for various different reasons that are separate to each other. They're all three different, and all three have a different purpose. So safe investments, always these three right here, even at their all-time highs. But if you're trying to day trade, don't be surprised if they pull back. So just be looking at where's your buy point with that. Like Litecoin right now, below 300, buy Litecoin. I'm waiting for it to pull back to 250 as my golden, or as my silver strike, because Litecoin's silver. But I would say Litecoin at 250 is like my silver strike accumulation point, but below 300 appears to be a strong position to get into Litecoin. But don't be surprised if it pulls back big time. But long run, it's going to go above 300. Now, Ripple below 80 cents appears to be a solid buy point, and Ethereum below 700, solid buy point for a long run. So 6 months plan on all three of those buys. If you're looking to day trade, wait for them to go considerably down. Or when I say day trade, I mean if you're looking for a short gain, you can get that in other coins for sure. Better than you would get here. So these are more like long-term investment strategies. Ripple, Litecoin, and Ethereum. And with all that being said, guys, this is Jeff with Altcoin Buzz. If you're new here, you can subscribe. And if you've just started watching this channel, you can hit the bell button. That gives you notifications whenever videos like this drop. That's right next to the subscribe button. And we'll see you next time, guys.